According to some of the world's experts, we know more about the Moon and Mars than we do about our own oceans. More than 80% of them are still unmapped, unobserved and unexplored. And the real unknowns lie in the depths below, home to the largest ecosystem on Earth. Here, a new sea creature, twice the length of a blue whale, was discovered for the first time last year. So if this has escaped our attention so far, what else have we missed? The Schmidt Ocean Institute, a sibling of 11th Hour Racing, hosts scientists from around the world aboard its research vessel, Fulcor, equipped with state-of-the-art technology to help find the answers. Answers that may help understand climate change, predict earthquakes and tsunamis, along with helping the development of unique chemical compounds with the potential to cure disease. You can find out more about these and other revelations that came about during the Ocean Race Summit by clicking the link above. Regattas around the world have been thin on the ground over the last 12 months. But of the few that were able to go ahead in 2020, the 57th Aegean Rally, organised by the Hellenic Offshore Racing Club, ran 2 races over 2 weekends. It's the oldest and one of the most popular sailing events in Greece. This year, the 58th event will see a new race added to the Greek racing calendar, the Aegean 600. This 600-mile offshore race threads its way around some of the most famous islands, including Rhodes, Kos, Mykonos, and has all the hallmarks of being a highly tactical race. It starts on the 4th of July from Cape Sunio, home of the Temple of Poseidon. According to the locals, it's a true t-shirt and shorts event, and while the breeze might vary, temperatures of 25 to 30 degrees are far more predictable. Under normal circumstances, a big selling point, but after the sparse regatta season in 2020, I suspect the Aegean 600 won't need any upselling. Angular and aggressive looks and a track record to match made Ran 7 the boat to beat back in 2018 when she was launched. So when Richard Matthews was looking at building Oystercatcher 35, he already had a few ideas in mind, as did Ran's designers, Carl Keegan Partners. This is a 54-footer with a key difference. The CF520 is a water-ballasted IRC Grand Prix machine designed to be sailed offshore by just 10 to 11 crew. So given that her builder's fibre mechanics in the UK's New Forest down on the south coast are just a stone's throw away from Planet Sail, we thought that it was only right and proper to go and take a look.
We're stood at the moment inside the mould of our new project called the CF520. Boat 1, as you can see now, we're in the process of fitting the core material to the outside skin, we've actually thermoformed the core here at the front of the boat, and the areas you can see here now, which we're preparing with glue film, will be fitted with honeycomb materials before we do our next cook to 90 degrees, and then after that we start the inside skin. So when you look at the boat now, looking down, actually she looks very odd because effectively the top sides have been cut away because they actually go on the deck tool right now. But effectively they're a big chamfer up from what you see right now, which is very radical from a design point of view and very similar to some of the latest generations of boats that are being built. So we're now stood in the deck mould, or the deck moulding that you can see now, for the CF520. The outside skin has been laid and cured. The core is now starting to be tailored and fitted to the deck. And actually what you can see here is there's a couple of hoses kind of laying down here, and what we're actually doing is we're sucking the skin back into the mould to make sure we don't get any pre-release out of the mould, which is very important because otherwise when we start fitting the core, if we have any pre-release it won't fit properly.
Modern Grand Prix boats have become incredibly complex beasts, we all know that. None more so than the AC-75s that are currently racing down here in Auckland. But while America's Cup teams are big operations, many are served by smaller specialist outfits that thrive on manufacturing high-quality custom fittings. One such company is Moore Brothers, who've supplied components for the American Magic campaign. Sam and Oliver Moore started their business by setting up a composite shop in their garage. Before long, they'd attracted the attention of industry experts like Jeff Kent of Composite Solutions. A deal followed and the company started to grow. The workshop now covers 5,000 square feet over 2 floors and employs 10 staff. And among the cool kit that they've been building that they can talk about, they produce 10 rudders for Grand Prix boats such as the IRC 72 Vespa through to a Swan 42, along with a stack of America's Cup components that they can't talk about. But that in itself says a lot about the quality of their work.